Now this session we are going to see with module 5 material science. We start with the dielectrics. What are dielectric materials? Dielectric materials are the materials which do not conduct electricity but get polarized when kept in the electric field. For example, glass, ceramics, polymers, paper, etc. So dielectric materials are the materials which do not conduct any electricity but they get polarized. What is meant by polarization? We will see. Dipole. Two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance constitutes a dipole. So what is a dipole? Two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance leads to a dipole. Polarization. The separation of effective centers of positive and negative charges in a substance by the application of electric field is known as a polarization. Now what is meant by polarization? The separation of positive charges from the negative charges. This is called as polarized. So dielectric materials are the materials which do not conduct electricity, but when kept in an electric field, they get separated. The positive charges, the centers of positive charges get separated from the centers of negative charges. You can see in the figure, the positive charges are getting separated from the negative charges. So it is called as this separation is called as a polarization when kept in the electric field. So what is meant by polarization? Dipole moment per unit volume, that is epsilon E into epsilon naught E into epsilon R minus 1 is equal to N alpha EI. Now you can see from the figure the atoms in a dielectric in the absence of electric field. You can see the left hand side the diagram, atoms in a dielectric and the absence of electric field. How the atoms in a dielectric, when the same dielectric is kept in an electric field, the positive charges and negative charges are getting separated. This separation, phenomena of separation is called as a polarization. Now what are the types of dielectrics? Well, there are two types. In dielectrics there are two types. Non-polar dielectrics and polar dielectrics. What are non-polar? The centers of both positive as well as negative charges coincide. These are the materials which do not possess a permanent dipole moment. They get polarized only in the presence of electric field. All those molecules which belong to this category are symmetric in nature. That means a non-polar dielectric means the centers of both positive and negative charges coincide. That means in the absence of electric field, there is no net dipole moment. But they get separated, the charges get separated and get polarized in the presence of electric field. This is because of the symmetric in nature. So such dielectrics are called as non-polar dielectrics. Examples are O2, oxygen and nitrogen, helium and neon. These are all the non-polar dielectrics. Next is polar dielectrics. Here the centers of both positive and negative charges don't coincide each other. Even in the absence of electric field, the centers of both positive and negative charges, they do not coincide. When they do not coincide, what is happening? There is a net dipole moment because the two positive and negative charges are separated by a certain distance, which is nothing but a dipole. So these type of materials possesses a permanent dipole moment. So they are permanently polarized in nature. The reason behind this is their shape. They are all asymmetric in shape. That means the polar dielectrics have a permanent dipole moment in the absence of electric field. In the presence of electric field, they'll get more polarized. So these are polar dielectrics. Example, water. H2O. You can see there is a symmetry. H2, two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atoms. Whereas in non-polar, oxygen and nitrogen, the structure, their shape, O2, N2, helium, neon, these are all the non-polar dielectrics. Next is expression for a static dielectric constant. What exactly is a static dielectric constant? Consider a parallel plate capacitor of area A, charge density sigma and the total charge Q. From the Gauss law, electric intensity between the plates is E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught into epsilon R. Here the potential difference V is equal to E into D, that is sigma by epsilon R into epsilon naught into epsilon R dot D. Here you can see E is equal to sigma by epsilon into epsilon R. That value of E we have substituted potential difference V is equal to E into D. In the absence of dielectric, the capacitance C without dielectric is Q by V. You know the relation C is equal to Q by V. Q is nothing but the charge density. So sigma A by V is equal to sigma D by epsilon. So what is happening here? Epsilon into A by D. The first case A, in the absence of dielectric. When there is no dielectric material placed at all, then you can have capacitance as epsilon naught A by D. Now the second case, in the presence of dielectric. So C with dielectric, we get epsilon into epsilon naught epsilon R A by D. Now static dielectric constant epsilon R is C with dielectric by C without dielectric. So what is happening here? Epsilon R is nothing but a static dielectric constant, which is nothing but with dielectric and without dielectric. With dielectric is epsilon A by D, and without dielectrical is epsilon naught epsilon R A by D. So what is happening here? C without dielectric by C with dielectric, you are getting epsilon R. The difference only is epsilon R. So this is a static dielectric constant epsilon R. Next, dielectric constant or the relative permittivity is defined as a ratio of capacitance of a capacitor with dielectric as medium to the capacitance of the same capacitor with air as medium. That means epsilon R is equal to Cm by Ca, where epsilon R ability of a dielectric material to store the charges. So permittivity of the medium is given by epsilon naught into epsilon R. Here we spell epsilon naught and epsilon R as is called, epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 2 F by M, called permittivity of free space. Next is electric dipole is defined as any two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. See here, the electric dipole plus Q and minus Q separated by a distance is nothing but an electric dipole. Next is dipole moment is a product of charge and the separation distance of separation. Here dipole moment is a product of charge and the separation distance. Mu is equal to dipole moment, mu is equal to Q into L. Now dielectric polarizability alpha is defined as induced dipole moment of an atom per unit electric field intensity. So here dielectric polarizability alpha is defined as induced dipole moment of an atom per unit electric field intensity. Alpha is equal to mu by E. Mu is nothing but, here we have seen mu is equal to QL. See, there is a lot of interrelation between these equations. You should be very careful in taking the equations. Mu is equal to Q into L. So here alpha is equal to mu by E. Also we know that here we can see that there are relations between so many epsilon, epsilon naught, R and all those things. So mu is equal to QL. So here it is defined as the induced dipole moment of an atom per unit. So alpha is equal to mu by E, that is P by Ne, where N is the number of dipoles per unit volume. Polarization is defined as electric dipole moment per unit volume. P is nothing but electric dipole moment per unit volume, that is mu by V. The units are coulomb per meter square, but we know that P is equal to alpha into E. From this equation we can say that mu is equal to alpha E. Therefore here P is equal to N alpha E, where N is the number of dipoles per unit volume, and also P is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon R minus 1 into E. The same equation we have seen in the first slide, where P is equal to N alpha E, where N is the number of dipole moment per unit volume and electric susceptibility is